Hey everyone, it's me, Sheva, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this little keychain wristlet right here. So the keychain is just to show you guys how the wristlet looks with something on it, and essentially we're going to be making this crocheted band and you can put a little ring on it. So today I'm using a key ring and I'm crocheting off of that. So you will need a keychain already for this tutorial, but other than that it's just yarn. So let's get into it. Alright, so to get started, I want to start off with the keyring that I'm using is about the size of a nickel. So you can adjust your pattern to, if you have a larger keyring, what size yarn you might want to use. I'm using 5mm yarn and a 4.25mm hook. You can use a 4.5mm hook or a 5.0mm hook. It will be slightly different, but I've tried it with all of them and the same pattern has worked out so far. And I'm also, whenever I was making this pattern, I used an old wristlet that I got from a store when I was touring one of the colleges, and I use this as a basis of measurement. So if you have your own wristlet that you know you like the way it fits, I recommend doing it that way, and I'll show you how to measure it based off of this, and I'll show you how many chains that ends up being as well in case you don't have one. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to connect our yarn to our hook and then to our ring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the yarn to the hook. So in case this is your first time crocheting, you're going to create the X, right? So you're going to wrap it around into an X shape, and you're going to take your hook and you're going to go under and over just like this and pull, twist, and it's connected. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your ring right here and you're going to stick, I recommend going to the part, like whenever you attach it, there's going to be these two little parts to add things to the ring. Don't work on that side, work over here. You're going to stick your needle through the hoop and yarn over as if you're crocheting like normal. And I did 4 chains, like that's one chain. I'm gonna go through again for 2. I go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and do 4. And again, if you have a bigger chain, if you have a bigger hoop, then you might want to do some more, or if you have a smaller one, you might want to do less. So I went ahead and I chained 4, and I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to turn, and I'm going to do single crochets into these loops right here. Alright, and I'm going to chain 1, and this time before I go to pull in my chain, I'm going to take this string and I'm going to keep it alongside this. So now I'm going to be holding them together and I'm going to work it, and this is essentially going to weave the end in, and it's going to be pretty secure. So that's 1 row done. We're going to go ahead and turn, we're going to do another row. So that's another row, so we're at 2 rows completed so far, and I'm going to go ahead and keep a mark of which row we are on. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2, and so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to use your previous wristlet as a measurement. So what you're going to do is, you can see that these are 2 completely different circle sizes. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the circle and you're going to put it on top, but you're going to try and line up the top of the circle with the top of this circle. So I always put my thumb in there and kind of push on both of them to get them lined up. and you're going to crochet until up here is all the way to the end without going over. You're going to crochet that many rows. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys how many rows that is after I finish, just in case you don't have one of these to work with, but some people have bigger or smaller wrists and you want it to be able to fit you. So you're going to go until you're finished all the way to the end. And for a generic sized, I'll go ahead and put how many rows I've done. So after 11 rows, we've reached the end, and this is where we're going to start to turn. So there are two ways you can go ahead and go about this. Is you can continue to follow along here, but because you're working on the outside instead of on the actual thing, you are going to be adding an extra row, and it's going to be a bit bigger than this. So if you want to make sure that it's the same length, you're going to continue to crochet all the way until you reach the end, and then you're going to frog one row, or this whole band minus one row, because while we attach it to the hook, when we attach it to the ring, it's going to add another row. So to avoid having a bunch of rows that we're not needing, you're going to basically work all the way back this way and take off an extra row. So I've gone ahead and crocheted 27 rows. And now we're going to go ahead and attach it. So I've already frogged the extra row here. And what we're going to do is we are going to hold it like this. So we're going to chain one and turn. I forgot. Alright. So what you're going to do is you're going to work into this row right here. So there should be little holes in between each row as it curves around the ring. And we're going to just push our hook through the hole and then through the ring, yarn over, and pull through both. And this is going to essentially attach your work together. And you're going to do this all the way down the line. So it's going through there, it's going through there, it's going through the ring, and it's pulling through. And we're going to work this all the way down. Alright, and then we're going to chain one, and we are going to single crochet through this same work just to make sure that everything is secure. So I'm going to single crochet all the way down. Now that I've single crocheted all the way down, I'm going to chain one, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this extra yarn off. And what I'm going to do is fasten. And then I'm going to lastly weave this end in, and then we'll be finished. Because the ring was smaller, the yarn itself is going to look a bit larger on it, like it does for me. But if you have a larger if you have a larger ring, you may want to consider adding more chains to the initial one. Like I worked off of 4, you may want to do 5 or 6. And I ended up doing 27 chains all the way along here, and you may end up needing more than that. But other than that, that's it. We're completely finished with our wristlet chain, and you can go ahead and use this for your keys, for your wallet, for your phone, anything you want really. This is a really nice beginner friendly project. If you like this video, I really would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. It's completely free and you can always change your mind. I will be posting the typed up version of this pattern on Instagram and TikTok. And over there you can find me doing other crochet related and non-crochet related content. So thank you guys so much for watching. I always appreciate it when you get to the end of my videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!